Plumville versus Silly Geeses. A lot of very good players on both teams here. Looks like Silly Geeses will be starting on attack and Plumville will be starting on defense. This first objective on Askendir is actually pretty difficult to take for the attackers. Definitely one of my favorites in the whole game. And looks like Silly Geeses will just run up through the middle. Plumville only setting up engineer defenses on one side. They have one petard down. Looks like Silly Geeses does manage to stop the defuse. I believe that was Jeek. And looks like they are able to get the defuse and only Jeek left in there for Silly Geeses. So first wave is successfully defended against by Legion here. Yo, Shiv Hub, appreciate the raid, brother. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is a really difficult objective to take, and we for sure see a lot of first round holds on here. If teams manage to take this objective, they generally make it pretty far, and even bridge is pretty difficult to defend, actually, just because of those elevated areas up the side. Pretty easy to hit some flanks. Yeah, do you know if they had to forfeit or if they're gonna try to run it with 5? I did hear something about that. RIP. Looks like Plumville successfully defends against the second attack here. Silly Geese is not able to get a plant either, I don't think. They are starting to push up in here with some petards. Looks like they do get one pick on heads up, which will be very nice. They are going into this fight with a one-man advantage. So far, no plant. Jelly finds the first pick. Looks like Silly Geeses are starting to go down. Mapogo, Pew, and Yeth dead. They do get the plant, and they stop the defuse. Do they see the second defuser coming in? And it is stopped there by 2 a.m., I believe that was. Jeek delaying it a little bit longer, and it does manage to go off. Silly Geeses does start to make a little progress here. Yeth sneaking in here with a petard, finds the plant immediately. First pick does go to Plumville. However, everyone is fighting right around that objective. Lots of Silly Geese players in range to stop the defuse. And it does go off. Another petard on the lighthouse now. Looks like this one may be getting defused, and it does go off too. Yeah, really nice pushes there by Silly Geeses. They aren't able to win the team fight, but they last just long enough to stop the defuses from going off there. Ooh, Yeth is taken down by a fire trap there.
So
Alright, very nice plays there by Jeek. Finds 3 kills. Looks like they'll easily take this team fight here. They almost get the defuse there, and the lighthouse is down. So Silly Geeses will progress through to the second objective here. Now, like I said before, if they do take the lighthouse, then The next realistic place that they could be stopped is probably the pillars, but that is pretty difficult to defend as well. The Pogo looks like he's trying to go for a flank here. Doesn't really find it. Yeah, Plumville playing very aggressively, forcing some nice 1v2s, and they are going to take that first team fight on the bridge and tick down the objective progress that Silly Geese managed to get there on the bridge. Silly Geeses does win the team fight, and looks like they will take the first half of the bridge here, no problem. Still 5 minutes left to go for them to take that second side of the bridge. The spawn waves for the defenders here do get a little better once they're defending that second half of the bridge, so it is slightly harder to take there. But as long as Silly Geeses can quickly win one team fight at least, I don't think they should have a problem taking it here. I see your chat here, Datey. Let me look into that. Looks like Silly Geeses does manage to win the first team fight here on the second half of the bridge. Plumville now fighting to take it back. Pretty even kills. Still anybody's team fight here. Ooh, Thrag and Heads Up find some nice kills there and start to snowball that for Plumville. And looks like Plumville will manage to take back the second half here. Silly Geese is looking to push up quickly to keep some of the progress they made on the capture, I'm sure. And Yeth doing a pretty good job here of the 1vx. Does take a lot of damage, but doesn't go down. First kills are going to go out for Plumville. Dr. Osu finding 2 in the team fight already. And a third. So far not looking very great for Silly Geeses in this first team fight. Or, sorry, in this team fight. Looks like they're trying to set up some flanks on the high ground. Or maybe they will all just push there, top left. They do give up the high ground to Dr. Osu here, who's going to find a flank. Not too much damage, though. Ooh, another huge flank there by Heads Up. Thanks so much for the follow, Roxana. Huge flank there by Heads Up. Pogo and Jelly are going to follow it up with kills of their own. Silly Geese is still in the lead in this team fight. Looks like they are going to manage to reset and heal up here. Looks like one of the Plumville players overextending a little bit. But he will stay alive. Heads Up finding the first kill. Dr. Osu gets the second. 3 kills so far, 4 for Plumville. Looks like they will be taking this team fight and clearing the bridge. Silly Geese is making a little progress each time they take it, but they're struggling to win that second team fight. Alrighty, looks like they are trying to hit a flank here on top right. Maybe pinning themselves here into this little pocket. Unfortunately, looks like that's going to work against them. Yeah, Silly Geeses unfortunately going down here. Yeah, I like the Spirit going for that flank, but unfortunately they got caught in a very weird position there after jumping down. Which means that Plumville is starting to make a little bit of progress here, ticking down their capture progress on the objective. Okay, Yeth and Jeek finding the first kills here for Silly Geeses. Brazil finds a zone, looking pretty good for the Geeses so far. And looks like they're locking in a little bit here. I don't think they lost a single member. All 7 are ready on point and healing up. And they will finally take the bridge here with 2 minutes 15 seconds to spare. Apologies, just responding to some messages here. Pretty close team fight. Looks like Plumville is going to end up taking it here. However, Silly Geeses have the better spawns. And these Plumville players may end up getting trickled here.
Them.
Alrighty, Silly Geese is making a little progress here. Legion doing a really good job of slowing them down. They have a really bad spawn wave compared to Silly Geeses here and managed to burn a decent little chunk of time here before they actually start fighting on the objectives. Alrighty, we are back. Sorry about that. Okay, it looks like Silly Geese is making really crazy progress here, clearing Plumville, and they'll be able to get this first pillar down, potentially even the second, depending on where Plumville decides to attack. Looks like Silver's maybe going to try to rescue the side pillar here, but he will get caught by 2 a.m. Plumville does barely manage to save that pillar from going down. However, they lost the middle one here. And Mapogo, I believe, already making progress on this left side. So far, looking like Silly Geeses will take this objective no problem. And Plumville starting to make some progress here, maybe winning this team fight. However, they've already lost 2 pillars. Alrighty. Plumville set up for a defense on the left side pillar here. Looks like they are still holding on to that left side pillar. Looking pretty solid for Silly Geeses so far. Jeek doing super well right now, getting a ton of kills. Yeah, Jeek is on 18 kills right now for Silly Geeses. Very nice. Silly Geeses make a tiny little bit of progress there on the pillar, but Plumville is not far behind on that spawn wave. Alrighty, Silly Geeses setting up, looking like they may just try to get that right side pillar down. They do sandwich heads up there nicely. Managed to find the first pick. Still a very close team fight. Brazil finds a pick on Silver. Bot down returns with one on Jeek. Yeah, looking like Plumville's starting to pull ahead a little bit on this team fight. However, they do get the pillar down. And that is all that matters here. Couple of Silly Geeses players trying to make a little progress here. They do get one solid push on there. Plumville doing a nice job of cleaning up here, pushing these guys off the objective and getting the kills. Alrighty, Silly Geeses is fighting on the objective here. Yeth gets the first kill on Llama. Looks like they have taken a lot of damage here, though. Ton of kills coming out for Silly Geeses. Looks like they'll actually be able to take this last pillar here. Nice firepower coming out from Plumville. And 2AM will just tank that and get that pillar down. Very nicely done. Yeah, this next objective is pretty impossible to defend. Plumville really just looking to buy time here. Burn down that clock as much as possible before they have to defend the library. They're doing a pretty good job so far of defending this left side artifact here. It's looking like Jeek here and Mapogo are just going to slip by. Mapogo here with NG doing a ton of damage. Might get it by himself. Can Jeek clean it up? And it does go down. Silly Geese is going into the library objective here with a really solid amount of time, just under 7 minutes. Couple of players left here, probably trying to buy some time for their team setup. Yeah, DAIDI on Twitch, guys. He is live right now covering the Academy versus Delirium match, if anybody wants to check that out. Alrighty. Looks like Silly Geeses making decent progress. Plumville on top of putting out these fires with the water pots. And Jeek's still alive there in the library, making a little progress. Now, I may be wrong about this, but I believe that a bookcase can only be put out once. Correct me on that if I am wrong, chat. Yeah, Plumville very on top of using those water pots there. However, maybe they should focus on clearing these lads out of the library. Maybe setting up some defenses. Me personally, I like to try to block off one side here with NG walls to try to narrow the fight to at least this middle line and hold that against the enemy team. Yeah, Silly Geese is kind of just playing like rats here, but it's totally working. They just get in there with a torch and then try to stay alive and distract. Now, it does start to get harder and harder as they, as Plumville has less and less bookshelves to actually have to defend. Should be nearing that point here shortly. I actually didn't know about only being able to use them once till literally maybe a few days ago. Alrighty, only a couple bookshelves left here for Plumville. And I believe, just a heads up, that Large Knights has unfortunately had to forfeit. I don't think they played their game. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, y'all, but it looks like Shiv Cartel will be moving on in the losers bracket here. And we'll definitely take a look at that in a sec right after this match. Looks like Silly Geeses has got everything on fire. And there is the last bookshelf caught on fire there in the corner. Looks like Silly Geeses clears the map with 2 minutes 30 seconds left, making very good time. Alrighty, guys, so after this we will have the loser of this match, which is the one we're currently watching, fighting Shiv Cartel. And I believe OPG versus Spartans is also ongoing currently. Very excited for this match here, obviously, and I hear Academy's been doing super well. In my opinion, even the CK versus Academy match here was a little bit of an upset. From what I've heard, they are doing super well in scrimmages. I think an Academy versus Delirium upset wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. Looks like both teams are ready to go. Silly Geeses. Looks like they're trying to double wall 2 out of these 3 main doorways. Maybe trying to create a little bit of a choke point here and here. And they're getting some more down, actually. And a very nice flank. Looks like he will get spotted, though, and is going to take some damage here. So far, Silly Geese is doing a really great job of defending. I love the NG wall setups and the aggression here, keeping them at the choke point. Heads up. Looking to sneak through the side here. And he will get spotted as well. Oh, looked like Heads Up was maybe going to find a nice pick there. And Silver actually sneaks in with a petard, but it looks like Silly Geeses will get the defuse. Plumville resetting here, trying to get some more petards up. It's like Osu and maybe Heads Up somewhere is just trying to probe with some throwing knives, maybe get a little bit of early chip damage. And Plumville will start to push in here. Even kills so far. And Plumville will get the petard up. Still a super even fight. And almost got the defuse there. Looking like this one will go off, and it does. 3 more to go for Plumville. Lamina coming in and is going to set up another one right away. 2 set up for Plumville, and probably a third here shortly. Yeah, looking like Plumville will make short order of this lighthouse. Very nicely done. Yeah, very fast progress there by Plumville. If both teams complete the map, I would definitely say that Plumville has won that objective between the 2 teams. And looks like they'll be able to kind of get set up on the first half of the bridge as well. Silly Geese is going to have to look to retake here. They do have the high ground. May hit some very nice flanks. Even kills for these teams so far. Plumville pulling ahead a little bit in this team fight. And looks like Plumville will retake the bridge. Or will hold on to the bridge, sorry. Looks like the Geese will look to retake before the capture is complete. First kill going out to Plumville by Llama. 4 more kills by Plumville. Oh, very nice banner placement there by Silly Geeses. Lots of kills coming out for Plumville. Only 2 Geeses left there. Looks like the Geeses will try to trickle back into that fight. It's going to start off as a 4v5 in favor of Plumville. And Plumville will capture the bridge here, making slightly better time than Silly Geeses, I believe. If both teams complete, I think so far Plumville is up 2-0. And Plumville managed to buy a lot of time here on their defense. Silly Geeses will need to match that if they want any chance at taking the score on this third objective here. And for those of you that don't know, this format is primarily scored on progress. But if both teams reach the same location or both teams complete the map, then it is scored via a point system. Whichever team completed each objective fastest receives a 1 point. Silly Geese is doing a pretty good job here. Looks like they do manage to clear the enemy team. Only Silver left alive. Alrighty, Silly Geese is playing very aggressive here, looking to push Plumville back. Heads Up does, however, find 2 kills already. Richard Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. And how are you, George Const? Welcome to the stream. Plumville taking this fight pretty decisively. Very nice firepot placement there by the remaining Goose there. Oh, and they do find a kill from it. Looks like Heads Up will go down to the fire. As well as Leonard Hofstadter, whoever that might be, I'm not sure. Oh, he will get healed, actually. Silly Geese is up by 1 player in this team fight now. Plumville does find 2 kills, however. Dr. Osu finding 3 kills in this team fight just by himself so far.
Beep. Beep.
A very close fight here. Looks like Silly Geeses is probably going to take this one. Plumville definitely making better time than Silly Geeses did on their attack so far, though. It's looking like both teams will probably complete the map here, so I think it's going to come down to the point system tiebreaker. Well, actually, Silly Geese is doing a great job of holding on to this last pillar so far. And, yeah, it looks like every other pillar has been taken out here. Now this is the most difficult pillar for the attackers to push down because this is the best spawn location to defend for the Silly Geeses, right? So Plumville will definitely have to win a team fight and do it quickly. They might be doing it this time around though. 3 kills out already for Plumville. And Plumville will clean it up, and it looks like they will take down this last column. Ooh, very nice fire pot out from Silly Geeses. Will it save them? Dr. Osu does go down. Silver hopping on the pillar. And Plumville will capture the last column here. Only 2 objectives left for the attackers. Plumville making a lot of progress so far. Yeah, definitely not looking so great for Silly Geeses, unfortunately. Heads up, looking to slip through, make a little progress here on the last artifact. And they're just letting this man dump specials. He will eventually get taken down. Oh, Dr. Osu 1v4ing, finds a kill on Yeth. Oh, Jeek dumps a Danax and his teammates back. Not a great start to that fight for the Geeses. And that last artifact will go down. Alrighty, it looks like Krita is scoring this as the match goes on. I think he's saying that as long as Plumville does this objective in less than 4 minutes 20 seconds, they win. However, I'm not 100% sure on that. We will definitely have to see what the score is at the end of the match. But looking like it's anybody's match, though. Oh, poor Brazil catches himself on fire here. Plumville nearing that 50% mark on completion for this objective. Alrighty, Plumville crossing the 50% mark. And apologies for the dead air here and there, just responding to different messages. Looks like they're at the 3/4 mark on progress there. Maybe starting to look like they just might make better time than Silly Geeses on their attack. Yeah, very, very close match here, y'all. After this match, they will score both teams on time to complete each objective. So they get 1 point. Whichever team completed each objective fastest gets 1 point. And that will determine the winner if both teams complete. After this, we will be moving on to the semifinals of the winners bracket, which will be between the winner of this match and the winner of Academy versus Delirium. Ooh, whoever's left alive there is doing a ton of work. That is Thrag. Not actually sure who that is. I do kind of hate it when people use random names here. Makes it a little hard to cast. So there is a loser's bracket, and each team gets a round on attack and a round on defense. True, that's one demerit for the alternative name. Do you know who that is, Dadler? Or is it you, Dadler? Yeah, whoever that is, some of these Plumville one-hand players are doing a really good job of 1vxing, actually. And missed torch there by a foot on one of those last bookshelves. It's going to be a super close match, y'all. I honestly do not know who wins this. Oh, they do get one of those put out. It is starting to look like Silly Geeses is doing a better job on defense on this objective, so if Krita is right and it's coming down to this objective, we might be looking at a Geese victory. And looks like Plumville will complete the objective here, and the ref will score this match here. Alrighty, looking like Plumville has taken the match super close, 3-2.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more from Balestra. Follow our links below and check out another video on screen now.